Talking about a date or Star Wars?
Yeah, well, that too. That's all they call me.
752, Big 550, KTRS. We get to Larry in a second. Don't forget about Bowen Dental Care for all of your dental needs. Look, this holiday season, you can be out with friends and family and enjoying maybe a hard candy, maybe you break a tooth, or maybe you're just tired of your gums and your dentures flopping all around. Let Bowen Dental Care fit you with brand new dental implants. Every day, the technology is getting easier and easier, and don't let these corporations send you to different dentists all around town for the procedures. Let Bowen Dental Care do it all straight from his world headquarters at Bowen Dental Care, and he'll give you free nitrous oxide, which I had.
You're still going on and on.
I had for
that.
my root canal. That was the best. It was great. It just took the edge off. It was like having a glass of wine before getting your before you get your root canal. Bowen Dental Care, their world headquarters. It's a family-run business, and good family it is. BOAIN, BowenDentalCare.com. All right, Larry, what do you got today for us?
All right, guys. Well, I know you were talking about it a little bit earlier, so I'll mention it very briefly. Again, that Yahoo got hacked yesterday. I just want to remind everyone, go change your passwords. If you had a Yahoo password ever, just change it. If you use that same password for other things, go change it. Don't be lazy. Assume your password has been stolen. So I just want to get that public service announcement.
Okay, good. Fair enough.
So this holiday, the holiday season's approaching. Everyone's doing their holiday shopping. And in the last week, I have had 5 parents approach me asking about virtual reality. And I don't want to talk every time I come on here about VR, but I want to mention a couple options for Christmas. A lot of the heavy-duty, ridiculous VR setups that we've demoed here in the past, they're a little expensive currently, and they're still, in the early stages and only going to get better. So what I would recommend for parents out there that are looking at, the kids asking for VR this Christmas is one of two things. If you want to go inexpensive, go with something like this. It's a VR headset. You can get them off Amazon for like $20, $30. And these are the ones you fit your phone in.
Right.
And then you have basic ability to view and some basic games.
And that's the 360 camera kind of deal.
Yeah, it's definitely on the lower end of VR. But for $30, it's a good entry way to do it for Christmas. The second, if you want a little bit more advanced, PlayStation has released the PlayStation VR, which works with the PlayStation console. And if you already have a PlayStation console, or your kid does, it's a less expensive way to get into that market. It's $399, so it's still a lot of money.
Right.
But it will allow them to actually play games and do a little bit more in virtual reality. It's not quite like what we did before. We're jumping all around and tracking our whole body.
We're saving the universe.
But next year, I predict that all of this VR stuff is going to be incredibly less expensive.
Okay.
Many factors. So it might be next year's, if you can hold them off this year, next year's the time to get it.
All right. That's good to know.
Secondly, the hot selling item this Christmas for gamers or geeks like myself has been the Nintendo Classic. Have you guys seen this?
No.
So
What?
the Nintendo Classic was
The old school.
an idea born out of the open source community who've been doing this for years, where they released a very small little version of the original Nintendo. Doesn't take cartridges anymore like it used to in the 80s.
Right.
But has all of the Nintendo games loaded on it.
Donkey Kong.
I saw a big version of this at John Beal's office the other day, where it has every game ever invented.
It has all the Nintendo NES games from the old, from the 80s system.
Right.
And you can just load them up immediately, and it's been a hot selling item. You can't find it anywhere. It's a $60 thing. Nintendo sold 196,000 units in November alone since they put it out. And in 1 week in Japan, they sold 261,000 units. So it's definitely kind of a retro, nostalgic, interesting Christmas gift. But again, you can't find it right now. It's really, really hard to find.
You're saying it can't find it because everybody wants
Everybody's got it. Everybody's so.
Who's buying it? The kids don't want these games from the 80s.
That's a good point. I think they might. Some might, but I think it might be a nostalgic factor. People in their 20s and 30s. Because you got to remember, the average gamer is in about mid-30s to late 40s now.
Oh.
It's incredible how that market has shifted away from kids, which has been traditional.
Can you play Dig Dug? Does it have Dig Dug on it?
I'm sure it does. The one thing I want to mention, though, is that if you can't find it, a hot tip for you is you can build your own.
What?
And I've been doing this for years.
Of course you have.
What you might want to, what you can do is there's an open source project, and we can put a link in the video so people can go on your website and find it. But you can buy something called a Raspberry Pi. It's one of my favorite little tools. It is a full-featured computer with an HDMI port, and it's $35. This has been one of the best little platforms that developers like myself build off of. But there's a platform called RetroPie or Emulation Station made for this. and you can literally buy this for $35, an 8 gig SD card for $5, and an old retro gaming pad, USB gaming pad for $10. So you're on $50. You're $10 cheaper than the official, and it can play literally every gaming console from the oldest Atari all the way up to about the PlayStation 2.
Where do you get one of those?
You can buy it off Amazon. Heck, you can go to Micro Center here just down in Brentwood.
Are all
Plaza.
the games on that transmitter right there?
They aren't. But what they would be is that you'll go to this website where this project is, and you can load the entire set of files onto the SD card. And then you just pop it in there, and you put this behind your TV, and it runs off your TV power. I've been giving these for Christmas presents, and people think that it's amazing because it's better
it's
than
called a Raspberry?
Raspberry Pi is the name of the board. It does require a little bit of work, but if you want to get your kids something that requires them to do a little technical work ahead of time to teach them.
All right. And the link to all of that is going to be in the video.
We'll put it in the video.
Larry Stennebeck, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Great stuff. Build your own Atari. Does it have Pong?
Yes.
Oh,
It even has the old Doom, the original Doom from DOS.
758 KTRS.